Welcome, welcome. I am Mr. Sandeep Dattatreya Kardili, lecturer, Mula Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Soni, and I am giving presentation on Pharmacy Act 1948, Part 2. First of all, contents of presentation: education regulations, central register, state pharmacy councils, registration of pharmacist, and lastly, offences and penalties. Education regulations prescribes first minimum qualification for admission to the course of pharmacy, second nature and period of course of study, third nature and period of practical training to be undertaken after completion of course, fourth subjects of examinations and their standard. So this education regulations, it will prescribe the minimum qualification for admission to the course of pharmacy. Also, it will decide how much time span or period it will require for completion of the course, and it try to maintain proper practical training, and it will also decide subjects which will be there. Fifth, the equipments and facilities to be provided by the institutions to the students. Sixth, conditions to be fulfilled by institutions giving practical training. And seventh, conditions to be fulfilled by authorities holding approved examinations. Then, approval of institution or authorities providing courses of study and examinations. First, application by institution or authority to the central council. Firstly, the particular institution who wants to start the course of pharmacy, they have to make application to the central council in the prescribed format and form number. Second, inspection. After application by the institution to the central council, the Central Council of India or Pharmacy Council, they will depute inspectors to inspect that particular institute. So inspection process will be there. Then third one, that is approval. If inspectors, PCI inspectors, they will satisfy that the proper facilities they are given by the institute, all the documentation it is proper, if they satisfies about all the conditions, then approval it is given to the institution. Fourth, declaration. After giving approval, the declaration by the Pharmacy Council of India, it will be given in the gazette. Approval of qualifications granted outside India. First, qualification in pharmacy granted outside India can be recognized by PCI. This is applicable to Indian citizens. Means some citizens of India, they will have their qualification or education in pharmacy outside India. So that persons can also be registered in India, and also they can get approval of qualifications. Second, citizens of foreign nationality can be eligible for registration when an Indian national holding the same qualification is allowed to enter and practice in that country. So only that country citizens, they are giving approval in India, which our country means India, and that foreign country, it is having tie up that our citizens can also practice in that country. Then and then only the citizens of that foreign country, they can have their practice or approval of their qualifications in India. Then Central Register. Under the provision of Pharmacy Act 1976, the Pharmacy Council of India is required to maintain a central register. Each state government has to supply 5 copies of register for a state to the Central Council after the first day of April every year. The register has to be maintained by the Registrar of Pharmacy Council of India. The register has to be revised suitably from time to time and it is published in the Gazette of India. Then the next part, that is State Pharmacy Councils. State Pharmacy Council, it is constituted of firstly elected members. In that 6 members are elected from the registered pharmacist of the state and 1 member it is elected by the members of Medical Council of India. Then secondly nominated members, 5 members nominated by the state government from the persons who hold degree or diploma in pharmacy. Means state government have the power to nominate 5 members, but that person should be registered pharmacist. Then ex officio members, chief administrative medical officer of the state, officer in charge of drugs control organization of the state, and thirdly government analyst. Joint State Pharmacy Councils. Joint State Pharmacy Council means 2 or more states who enter into an agreement to form a joint state pharmacy council. It constitutes of firstly elected members, in that registered pharmacist 3 to 5 from each state, means each participating state. Then medical council 1 from each participating state. 1 member it is elected by Medical Council of India from each participating state. Nominated members 2 to 4 members nominated by each state government from the persons who hold degree or diploma in pharmacy. Ex officio members, chief administrative medical officer of each participating state, then officer in charge of drugs control organization of each participating state, then government analyst of each participating state. Election and terms of office. The president and vice president are elected by the members from among themselves. Means the members who are elected, so that body they will decide or they will elect president and vice president. Their period will be of 5 years. Casual vacancy is filled by nomination or election. Means if any member they give resign, at that time the vacancy of that member it is filled by again nomination and by election. And members are eligible for re-election. Means if any person or any member he is for time period of 5 years, after completion of that time period also he is eligible for again re-election. Then possess an executive committee similar to the Central Council. Inspection. The State Council may appoint inspectors having the qualifications as per the Act. Powers. The inspectors which are appointed by the council, they have following powers. Firstly, inspect any premises where drugs are compounded and dispensed. Second, inquire whether the person engaged in dispensing is a registered pharmacist or not. Means they have power that the pharmacist itself is dispensing medicine or not. The third, institute prosecution under the order of the executive committee of the state council. And fourth, other essential powers which can be changed by Pharmacy Council of India time to time. And registration of pharmacist. First, preparation and maintenance of register. The register shall be include the following particulars, namely a. the full name and residential address of the registered person, b. the date of his first admission to the register, c. his qualifications for registration, d. his professional address, and if he is employed by any person, the name of such person, e. such further particulars as may be prescribed from time to time. Then, what are the qualifications for entry on first register? A person who has attained the age of 18 years shall be entitled on payment of the prescribed fee to have his name entered in the first register if he resides or carries on the business of profession of pharmacy in the state. Secondly, he must a. holds a degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or a chemist and druggist diploma of an Indian university or state government or a prescribed qualification granted by an authority outside India or holds a degree of an Indian university other than a degree in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry and has been engaged in compounding of drugs in a hospital or dispensary or other place in which drugs are regularly dispensed on prescriptions of medical practitioners for a total period of not less than 3 years or has passed an examination recognized as adequate by the state government for commoners or dispensers or has been engaged in the compounding of drugs in a hospital or a dispensary or other place in which drugs are regularly dispensed on prescriptions of medical practitioners for a total period of not less than 5 years prior to the date notified under subsection 2 of section 30. Special provisions for registration of certain persons. Notwithstanding anything contained in section 32, a state council may also permit to be entered on the register a. if the names of displaced persons who have been carrying on the business or profession of pharmacy as their principal means of livelihood from a date prior to the 4th day of March 1948 and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. B. The names of citizens of India who have been carrying on the business or profession of pharmacy in any country outside India and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. C. The names of persons who resided in an area which has subsequently become a territory of India and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. Then qualifications for entry in register. First, he or she should hold a diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry. Secondly, he or she holds a degree in an Indian university other than pharmacy and has been engaged in compounding of drugs in hospital or dispensary for a total period not less than 3 years. Or third, he has passed an examination recognized as adequate by the state government for commoners or dispensers. Entry and removal of names from the register. A. Entry. All applicants for the registration should be addressed to the registrar of State Pharmacy Council. Second, if the applicant has the requisite qualifications for registration, he shall direct his or her name to be entered in the register. Third, upon entry, a certificate of registration is issued. Removal of names, registration by error if registration it is made by error, and secondly, if he has been convicted of any offense in any professional aspect, if any person conducted any big offense in this particular profession or working in this profession, government has the right to cancel his registration or remove his name from the register. Then 30-day period for appealing, the surrender of certificate of registration and publication in the official gazette. So sometimes any person they can surrender his certificate, so at that time his name can be removed from the register. Printing of register, it is done on the first day of April subsequent to the commencement of the pharmacy, that is Amendment Act 1959, that is 24 of 1959. Thereafter, each year after the 1st of April, register will arrange for reprinting showing supplements to the registers. These supplements and registers are deemed to be proof that the persons whose names are contained therein are registered pharmacists. Renewal fees. The state government, by notification in the official gazette, direct that for the retention of the name in the register. Second, in order to retain the names in the register, renewal fee shall be paid to the state government as may be prescribed. Third, where a renewal fee is not paid by the due date, the registrar shall remove the name of the defaulter from the register. Next, on payment of the renewal fee, the registrar shall issue a receipt, and such a receipt shall be proof of renewal of registration. Then offences and penalties of Pharmacy Act 1948. Firstly, offence falsely claims to be a registered pharmacist. On this first in conviction, fine up to 500 rupees, and if again subsequent conviction, fine up to 1000 rupees or 6 month imprisonment. Then second offence, dispensing by an unregistered person, 6 months of imprisonment or a fine up to rupees 1000 or both. Then third, failure to surrender the certificate of registration, fine up to 50 rupees. This is the penalty. Then fourth offense, that is obstruction of State Pharmacy Council inspectors. At that time, penalty is imprisonment up to 6 months or a fine up to rupees 1000 or both. So that's all from this Pharmacy Act 1948 chapter. Lastly, thank you.